Hello and welcome to this lesson on the tune Ashokan Farewell, written by J. Unger for the series about the American Civil War. It's a beautiful tune, and we're going to do a few things on this that I've certainly not done before in my lessons. First of all, we're going to play the tune through completely unaccompanied in the style of a slow air. So we're literally going to play the right hand only all the way through, then we're going to repeat that and we're going to add the bass, but with one slight difference. There's a section where we play high notes at one point, but we drop that an octave when we add the chords because it kind of gets a little bit lost with the chords in the background, but I'll show you that when we get there. The original is in the key of D, played on the fiddle, and if you haven't checked it out, have a look at the video that's had over 1 million views. It's wonderful. Jay playing the fiddle. I think it's his wife playing guitar. There's another fiddle player that plays a harmony on the third time through, and a bit of old-timey banjo as well. It's really lovely. Well worth a look. So yes, key of G. It's a waltz, but I've decided not to go for the dreaded pa pa kind of feel for it. I think that makes it sound a bit clumsy and loses all the emotion. So I've gone for a more sustained chord pattern when we get to that, but of course the first time through we're just going to play the tune. So unusual for me. Usually I do the bass and the right hand at the same time, but we're just going to deal with the tune to start with. The Melodeon I'm using today is a Hohner Erica. It's a fourth button start, meaning that the fourth button down on the G row is G and on the D row it's D. Because we're in the key of G, I've given the notes on the G row the normal shaped head, and the notes on the D row have got the diamond heads. And I would urge you to have a look at and print out the instructional notes that I've provided for this tune, because I go into quite a lot of detail on there as well. And sometimes I think the written word is better than the spoken. Now, by definition, a slow air has no specific timing, so you can slow down and leave gaps as much as you like. I'm going to play it fairly regimented so that you don't lose sight of the timing, but as I say, you can leave holes in this and put loads of expression. That's the idea of a slow air. There are a lot of notes on the push in this tune, so wherever you can, wherever you have a pull section, make sure you use it to get those bellows out so that you've got air for all those push notes. Now, this tune has quite a big range, so it goes pretty high, pretty low, so we have to start fairly high so that we can get down to those low notes. So the first note is a D, and it's on the G row. It's finger 2, it's push, and go to the button below that and pull out, and that gives us the next note, which is F sharp. Those notes come on beat 3, so you count 1, 2, 3, and you're into the first proper bar. That first bar is called bar 0, by the way. It's a pickup bar, it's not a complete bar. Bar number 1 is the bar with that big curly sign on top of it. So it's 1, 2, like that. And when you pull your bellows in and out, try and do it in a kind of square way, not in a kind of, dropping way, because that is not a good style to develop. That's something I used to do when I was a beginner, and when I corrected it, I think I became a better player and got a better sound. That's not to say I never do that. Sometimes I forget and I do, or if it's a particularly hard bit, maybe. So that's our first two notes. Now here's the first bar. Now it's G on the G row, finger 3, F sharp on the D row, finger 4. Those two notes are played on the push. And then we come back to the G row, we play the E and pull out, and then play the same button, push in to get the D, and there's a dagger symbol underneath the D indicating you can play that note just by operating the bellows. You don't need to repress the button if you don't want to. So you've got